Man, our planet's most dominant species. Billions of years of evolution have led humankind to become the most advanced life form in Earth's history. Hundreds and thousands of years of survival, ingenuity, and adaptability have resulted in the foundation and development of an impressive, sprawling civilization. Humans are on top, and no matter what kind of diseases, disasters, or events confront them, they remain the dominant species. They even fight amongst themselves to assert their dominance over each other. Humankind has firmly cemented itself at the apex of the natural world. But what if history had taken a different course? What if humans never became the dominant species? What would such a world look like? Would humans be able to survive? Who would be on top? Questions such as these have lingered in the minds of evolutionary scientists and researchers, and it is today that we are finally able to explore such a world known as Ape Escape. This is a look into an alternate reality where humans are second to the monkeys. This is an incredible insight into the hidden machinations of evolution and of nature itself, and I am delighted and honoured to share it with you today. This alternate universe, while in many ways similar to our own, has followed a very different path. Based on what has been discovered so far, the world of Ape Escape was once dominated by the humans. It seems that humans have a knack for getting their way. But this did not last forever. In this reality, humankind's understanding and application of science is very different from our own. Scientists in the world of Ape Escape have developed numerous impressive technologies, such as teleportation, time travel, and headgear that enhances the wearer's cognitive abilities. With such powerful tools at their disposal, it is hard to imagine that the humans would ever be dethroned in this universe. But as we know, nature is full of surprises. Whether it was driven by instinct, ambition, or curiosity, we do not know. But somewhere in the timeline of this universe, the monkeys got a hold of this technology and used it to become hyper-intelligent and powerful. With their newfound abilities, the monkeys used this technology to travel through time, altering the past so that they became the dominant species over humans. It is hard to say whether such events would occur in our reality, but in this one, it is a certainty. The monkeys all follow the lead of a white monkey called Spectre, who is seemingly superior to all other monkeys, the Alpha. It really is a shame that, regardless of species or universe, the poison of white supremacy always finds its way in. A damn shame. So what does humanity do in this situation? Does it accept its fate as the inferior species? Or does it attempt to rise up and topple the monkey empire? Let us find out by observing a young male human who goes by the name of Spike. He and his companions appear to be the only humans resisting the monkeys. By using the technology they still have, Spike travels through the various time periods invaded by Spectre's army and attempts to capture as many monkey soldiers as he can in order to restore the timeline to its original route. In our world, many would call a story such as this to be ridiculous and a waste of human attention. But, in the face of potential extinction, in this universe, such a chain of events is a literal matter of life and death. It is more than enough to motivate humans, Spike in particular, to carry out this adventure and save mankind from total annihilation. It is an inspiring narrative about rising to the challenge and overcoming the odds. Interestingly, in this alternate universe, Earth itself appears to have changed as well. Rather than expansive biomes and complex ecosystems, the Earth appears to be split into smaller linear areas with branching paths. Just like the Earth we know, this version of Earth is truly a marvel, And much like how the beautiful ambient sounds of nature enchant us in our reality, the playful melodies and sounds of this alternate reality are magnificent. Many may find the sight of greenery and snowy plains to be a bit boring. Even I was starting to tire of seeing the same old locales again and again. But throughout the history of this universe, it is clear that there are plenty of interesting things to see, particularly castles and cities, where things really start to get exciting. It is remarkable how the monkeys, a completely different species to humans, were able to build a world so similar to our own. But while some things may be similar, others are not. Humans have had to adapt to different circumstances in this universe, and have therefore developed traits and techniques different to those that we are familiar with. Human evolution has taken a different course in the world of Ape Escape. To really understand these differences, let's focus in on Spike, the young male who is rising up against the monkeys. On the surface, it may seem that Spike is just like any other human, but closer observation will reveal just how different the humans in the world of Ape Escape actually are. Spike is able to run around and jump just like any human. While he may have a bit of a stiff slipperiness to him, he is able to get where he needs to go without too much trouble. What is very interesting, though, is in this universe, humans have a different way of jumping. You and I would be most comfortable jumping by using the bottom face button, and in some cases, we might use one of the other face buttons, although this is rare. In the Ape Escape world, humans instead jump using R1. For many of this is very unusual. If we were suddenly thrown into this world and forced to use R1 to jump, we would find it uncomfortable and strange. But humans adapt. Before too long it will become second nature. It's a minor hurdle that can be cleared with persistence and practice. It is interesting that humans in the Ape Escape world have evolved to jump using R1, when it is often assigned to a face button. But this is where the wonder of evolution comes into play. Because of the different circumstances, Spike and his fellow humans need the face buttons for other purposes. Much like the humans in our world, the humans in Ape Escape have developed tools and gadgets to make their lives a little easier. As we can see, Spike has access to a wide range of gadgets that assist him in overcoming all kinds of obstacles. This includes, but is not limited to, a net for catching monkeys, a stun club for self-defense, a slingshot, a monkey radar, a hula hoop, and an RC car. Spike assigns these gadgets to the face buttons for easy access, and uses the right thumbstick to maneuver them. This is very different to what we are used to in our world, but while we would prefer to do things a different way, it is important to understand that this is how the humans of Ape Escape have adapted to their situation. The gadgets themselves are very impressive, however. Tools that are able to launch you into the air or detect hostile enemies around you are very useful, and they have made Spike's experience a dynamic, interesting, and unique one, which is something to be celebrated. They have also developed a number of vehicles in addition to these gadgets, but these are nowhere near up to the same standard as the ones we are used to. The rowboat and tank, while functional, are very flawed in their design. They are driven in similar ways to the rowboats and tanks we have in our world, only these ones do not have the same smooth maneuverability. They are very jerky, and you can tell that Spike is having a lot of trouble using them. It would perhaps be better for him to simply make his own way there, using his much more reliable gadgets. All of this comes together to form Spike's experience fighting back against Spectre and his monkey army. Spike travels through this timeline, through all kinds of environments, using his gadgets and his wit to capture the monkey soldiers wreaking havoc. It should be noted that the monkeys in the world of Ape Escape are much craftier and much more violent than those in our reality. They also have weapons that they use against any aggressors. They're fast and elusive, and they can be difficult and frustrating for Spike to capture in his net. You can just tell by the way he desperately tries to catch them despite their evasive maneuvers. But he always manages to succeed, which is the perfect demonstration of human perseverance. On top of that, the leader of the monkey army, Spectre, possesses unbelievable powers, and is even able to control humans and force them to do his bidding. He also has access to destructive robots equipped with dangerous weapons. But despite the odds being stacked against him, Spike takes the fight to Spectre. He travels through time, from greenery and ancient temples, through the Ice Ages, into medieval castles, and even into the future. He traverses treacherous environments, catching the monkey soldiers where he can, and defeating powerful enemies, all in the name of saving his species from extinction. And with his gadgets in hand, and his companions there to help him along the way, Spike triumphs, and is able to save humanity from annihilation at the hands of Spectre. It was an incredible journey to witness. While humans may have evolved and now behave differently in the world of Ape Escape, it is remarkable to be able to witness how things would play out when humans are not the Earth's most dominant species. Spike has demonstrated the everlasting human traits of courage, ambition, and ingenuity to save himself and his kind. Things may not be perfect in this world, and perhaps not to our liking. It is unusual to use the face buttons in the way Spike does, and jumping by pressing R1 is also very unorthodox. The vehicles, such as the rowboat and tank, are also not up to our standard with the way they control. But one cannot deny the gravity of the adventure. It was dynamic, in a colourful, vibrant world, and while the monkeys were clearly occasionally annoying and frustrating for Spike to deal with, you can tell that he had a good time. Part of me wishes I was there myself, but alas, that is not our reality. But who knows what the future holds? Perhaps this is a glimpse into our future. Will humanity have what it takes to overcome the approaching challenges? Only time will tell.